What's up, folks? Jimmy here in Grain to Train. New video that I had to post. Been bombarded with questions, comments, seen on my Facebook feed about the documentary What the Health on Netflix. And I watched it and I thought it was well put together. I understand the message that they were putting across, and I'm excited that it's got a lot of people finally taking a hard look at their nutrition. But I want to give my thoughts on there because sometimes with these documentaries, people tend to miss, certain messages, or they take things the wrong way. So I just want to put my 2 cents in and hope I can help people make the right decision, what's best for them. And the big one that I'm seeing is, people want to go vegan now. They want to completely stop eating meat because of, how the animals were treated, and the bacteria and toxins and all those things that they presented in the film. And while I understand the concern, and I really hope that some governing organization audits how a lot of these animals are processed, because that is inhumane, that's unsanitary, and it's pretty bad. So I hope that gets taken care of, because that's not any good. But personally, I believe that, and just for my own health and blood work that I've had done, and just knowing my body, that eating meat from local grown farms is much better quality than the ones that you see in the grocery store. So what you saw in the video were like the big brands that you're gonna see packaged and stuff in the grocery store. Personally, I go to a local butcher and get all my meat, a little bit extra money, but hey, I'm supporting the local farmers, and like I said, much higher quality meat. So people are like, oh well, doesn't eating meat cause diabetes and cancer, all these toxins like they said? Well, if you watch enough nutrition documentaries like I have, really smart people make the same arguments with sugar. You've seen it with gluten, grains, fat. Okay, all these doctors and really smart people and nutritionists, they look at these different studies and they come up with these conclusions looking at correlations. All right, but correlation is not causation. And so you got to take a look a little bit deeper into what's going on here. And most of the time when they study the general population, even if it's a random study on quote unquote healthy people, when a lot of times when these studies are done on what they call healthy, that's just somebody who hasn't been diagnosed with a disease. But that doesn't mean they're not knocking on the door of elevated, high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes. It doesn't mean that these are people with a lot of lean muscle tissue, a healthy body fat to muscle ratio. It doesn't mean that they're studying those type of people. They're just studying people who, quote unquote, again, don't have a disease. So the numbers are skewed a little bit. And of course, if you just take the general population of meat eaters, who a lot of them don't give a damn about health, and you look at their disease rates, of course, they're going to show higher rates of, heart disease, cancer, and all those things compared to vegans. Think why most people go vegan. Why are people starting to go vegan now after watching What the Health? It's because they want to be healthier. So it's not necessarily that just because they went vegan, they automatically got healthier. What it is the lifestyle. All right, most meat eaters don't have a healthy lifestyle, period. Most people, outside of the ones who just don't eat meat because of, moral reasons, because they love animals, they do it because they want to be healthier. So they tend to adopt healthier habits. I know people who lost a lot of weight going vegan, but they didn't just lose the weight because they stopped eating meat. They lost the weight because they started exercising. They started drinking more water. They started going to sleep earlier. They started taking better care of themselves. It's the lifestyle. And that's what these documentaries don't harp on enough. And that's what's missed when they look at these, these studies, is they're not testing people like myself. They're not looking at people with lean muscle tissue, take care of their body, stay hydrated, exercise multiple times a week. They're not just studying that population, because I guarantee if they did, that the numbers of, terminal diseases would be much, much better than just studying the random population. It just would, because it's a healthy lifestyle. Okay. Now, I'm not putting this video to say like there's something wrong with going vegan, but the message is, and what the health is like, vegan is the way to go. And the way to go is what works best for you. We're all different. We all respond different. We have different, DNA, gut biome. So everybody's going to respond differently. What nourishes one person will be poison to another, like nuts. Almonds are a healthy snack for a lot of people. But some people, including myself, have an allergy to almonds. So you can't have that. All right, so it depends on the person. And I know people who are doing very well being vegan. I know some sick vegans. All right, that's not the best program for them. And you got to do what's going to be sustainable for you. For example, I can do low carb, no problem. I look great low carb. My energy's good on low carb. That works well for me. Other people, they try to go low carb. Their energy's low. They get severe migraines. That doesn't work for them. They have to do something else. And it takes some trial and error. That's why I'm always cycling diets to see which ones work better for me, which ones I respond best to. I've tried, strict paleo, low carb, low fat, flexible dieting, intermittent fasting. I'm always trying different ones for that reason. Because I want to see how my body feels, how it responds. And I suggest you do the same and see what works best for you. Because I would hate for you to try to force yourself to hop on a trend and it's not really benefiting you from a health standpoint, nutrition wise, or from a mental standpoint. Because if you're trying to force yourself to do a diet that you really are struggling to sustain, that added stress is going to actually compound the health issue, because now you're stressed out and you're doing a diet that doesn't really fit you. All right, so moral of the story is analyze your nutrition, be excited about changing your diet, understand that yes, the food industry, there's a lot of auditing that needs to be done, but take the time and try some different things and see what works best for you. Okay. And one more point I'll close out with is, I'll just be straight up. Meat doesn't cause cancer. Sugar doesn't cause cancer. Fat doesn't cause cancer. What it is a shitty lifestyle. Again, if you're eating too much meat, if you're binging on too much meat, not working out, you get, all that extra calories you're eating stores as body fat. Yeah, you're setting yourself up for failure. Same thing with sugar. If you're binging on sugar, you don't do anything to burn that sugar and it starts storing as fat, now you're insulin resistant, and again, you're going to be sick, not healthy. And same thing with being vegan. You go vegan all you want to, but if you're eating all this excess grains and things like that, and you're not really active and taking care of yourself, you're going to become sick. So you see what I'm getting at? It's your lifestyle. Period. Don't be an idiot. Too much of a good thing is bad with anything. And just, again, if you need help, hit me up. I study nutrition a lot. I can help guide you in the right direction, but I can't help if you don't reach out to me. So hit me up, ingrainedtotrain.com, or send me a direct message on Facebook, Ingrained to Train.